10 years ago, Jordan Brand dropped the green glow colorways of multiple shoes, one of which was the Air Jordan 4. They decided 10 years later that the colorway was so popular that they'd reuse it or repurpose it on a pair of Air Jordan 3s. Hey, what's up guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look at the Air Jordan 3 Green Glow. It's an interesting shoe, something that when I saw them online, I was like, man, nobody's gonna want that. Getting them in hand, I still think many people are not gonna give two craps about these. Like they're not gonna want these. This will be the next shelf sitter, but I will say that they are pretty nice in person. So if you're looking for quality, or maybe you don't own a pair of Jordan 3s and you're looking for your first one, this could be that. This is the box though. It's the current standard Air Jordan 3 box. They've got that Tiffany or green glow colorway on there. That's the one thing that I think makes this shoe like look really clean, is that back. Like the heel tab looks stupid clean with the teal or Tiffany green glow, whatever it is that you want to call it, Jumpman on there. It just looks super nice. So before we jump into it, real quick, I've been saying this in the last couple of videos, but on the videos that I don't say it in, then nothing happens. So I guess I need to be like prompting every time. But if you could do us a big favor and hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment for the algorithm, that would be great. It really does help the channel out. It helps YouTube see that there's engagement on our videos. And when there's engagement, YouTube actually rewards those videos by pushing them out to other people that they think are going to be interested in the same type of topics.
They have the plant, but we have the power.
Now, with all that out of the way, this outsole is really clean. It's very simple, but it looks really nice. So there's that. Moving on up, we have a polyurethane midsole. Inside of the polyurethane midsole is an encapsulated 4-foot air sole unit, and in the rear, there's a visible air sole unit. On top of that is a Dream Cell insole. The colorway overall is kind of like a blend between the True Blues / Fire Reds and the original Black Cements. Well, all of them are originals, but you know what I mean. And yeah, that's I think probably the thing that people are going to be most like bummed about, is like, hey, we really want a reshaped, like not reimagined, because that is happening later this year, but you know, just a really nice looking pair of Air Jordan 3 in the Black Cements with this new shape and all that stuff, the OG shape if you will. And while this is very close, it's not the Black Cement colorway, so I think some people are just going to be instantly disappointed by that. However, like I was saying before, later on this year there's supposed to be the reimagined Black Cements. I don't know if people are going to love that either, but we'll see how they turn out. All I'll say is that it is definitely weird that they're bringing back this colorway. Like I think on sneakers, let me grab it real quick. The AJ3 returns with the same style and grace from its original 1988 release, with premium materials, visible air cushioning, and elephant print accents. Plus, it's the first of MJ's signature shoes to don the Jumpman logo, bringing back an iconic color shade from 2013. This striking edition features green glow highlights against the black and wolf gray upper. So yeah, I don't think that this color scheme or this colorway is iconic by any means. Was it popular? Yes, but at that time everything was selling out, much like it was during the pandemic. I think that they haven't like paid attention to trends where things go like this and then they go like that. They go like this, they go like that. They do too much and then they don't do enough. So I think that that's just what that was, is that the colorway was popular, but I wouldn't consider it iconic. The Tiffany Dunks, however. Now the upper on these guys is actually quite nice. The materials do look a little bit different per shoe, but I think we're kind of used to that at this point, especially with Air Jordan 3s. But this base rand right here is actually synthetic this time, so it's not genuine leather. And then the rest of the upper, so everything above that, is actually leather. So that's the part where like this is nice, this is not so much. I will say that the materials are nice, so if you're looking for a nice pair with I guess like this Tiffany colorway, then it's an option for you. And then everywhere where you see the elephant print is actually nubuck. So this panel on the toe, the heel, and the eye stay area, it is all nubuck and everything, so that's a genuine material as well. One of the things that I do love about this release, besides the heel tab, is actually the tongue. The tongue is suede, so it's not real suede, it's just microfiber, but it's really nice on foot. Like putting this on makes them super comfortable. Like it's not that cheap vinyl or fake leather tongue and all that stuff where it could be prone to farting. This stuff right here is super comfortable. Like this is one of my favorite things with, say, an Air Jordan 13, where a lot of us are now accustomed to all of these retros, like farting whenever we walk and everything like that. But the pairs that have the microfiber tongues don't do that. And they're way more comfortable to wear because the material is not cheap as shit. feeling. So this right here is a great move. I think it was one of the more significant surprises, I guess you would say, when looking at this colorway. And then they've also carried that material over to the ankle collar area. So that doesn't have any real like effect on comfort or anything like that, but I just like the consistency there where you got the materials here and it moves over here. It just looks nice. The overall shape, like I was saying before, is more in line with a lot of the newer threes. So it's got that new / old shape where they're looking a lot more like the 1988 original than ever before. And I just think that it's a good move. There are the die cut marks, but they're very faint. So like on this right pair, you can see them a little bit. On the left pair, you can't really see it at all on the toe, but you can see it right there at the base of the laces. So they are carrying things over, unlike those Air Jordan 4s that we reviewed recently, the women's white and golds, where like they did take off those die cut marks on the forefoot, even though the rest of the shoe does look like that newer shape that is supposed to look like the older or original shape. Now, if you were looking to grab a pair of these, they do fit true to size. Surprisingly enough, I was kind of worried that these would fit a little bit big like some of the more recent threes, and for whatever reason, they don't. So Jordan Brand, please, if you can just be more consistent with the sizing at the very least, let's not turn into Adidas here, okay? So if you were trying to grab a pair, I would go true to size. I think that'll be the best option for most people. If you are in our area, which is the Sacramento area, and you were interested in grabbing a pair of these, they will be available over at Phenom. They're located in the downtown or Doco shopping center. They do have an online shop, so if you're not local here, you can always check out what they have as far as their inventory is concerned. Do we happen to have a question of the day that does not revolve around used underwear?
Indeed we do.
Okay, what is it?
Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader for the rest of your life?
Sometimes I do both. You know what I mean? Sometimes my brain is going so fast and my mouth can't keep up. And then other times...
you climb the stairs too fast.
Or I just bend over. Apparently when I back up in the car. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, any way that twists my diaphragm up, I just start breathing funny. You know, there's something about Darth Vader's breathing apparatus, just the sound. It's iconic, you know what I mean? Like, could you imagine saying goodnight to your kid and then turn off the light and then all they hear is just...
Like, you would never be able to like go to the movies or anything where you have to be kind of silent.
Yeah, it's either that or you could never have a conversation because you're constantly speaking backwards.
And giggling.
That was an old Yoda thing, man. He'd been stuck on Dagobah like for like what? What was the time span between episode 3 and 4? It's a 19-year time gap. So that poor little green dude was by himself for 19 years. Of course he would be laughing at everything that he says. He doesn't even know what's happening at this point. He's been smoking swamp grass and drinking swamp juice.
Which one are you picking?
I'd probably breathe like Vader. I know what you're saying with going to the movies and stuff like that, but there's drive-ins. I'd be able to live with that. Anyways, what would you pick? Be stuck talking like Yoda for the rest of your life, or you have to sound like Darth Vader when you're breathing. And if you're like me and you just happen to do both of those things naturally, let me know. I don't want to be alone in this. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Let us know what you also think about the shoes down below in the comment section. We would greatly appreciate it. We will catch you guys on the next one, and until then, have a good one.